Hello everyone, welcome to today's gameplay stream. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today is Wednesday, April 27th, 2016, and I am Darkside Phil, and I am going to jump into something that a lot of people are telling me is pretty insane. Something that, the good news is just a demo, right? It's just a demo. It's not a big deal if I actually complete it. It's not like it's a full game that I've committed to. And so if I, oh no, I can't get past it, that it's some kind of a horrible, world-ending kind of a deal. But it is something interesting, something different that hopefully people will enjoy, and this will kind of be a definitive way for me to play this and say, geez, this is a game that I might be interested in buying in the future. Because as of a couple days ago, I never even heard of this game. Nioh, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't. I'm hoping that when we boot up this alpha demo here on the PlayStation 4, that it'll tell us how to pronounce it. It'll tell us a little bit about the game, and I'll be able to try to learn. So if you don't know what this is, I just learned about this last night. I really didn't even know anything about it. This is the new game from, I guess it's Koei? I don't know how to pronounce that either. Basically, it's the game developers of Ninja Gaiden. Okay? And, the Ninja Gaiden series always has been kind of about crippling difficulty, throwing insurmountable odds against you. And this game is apparently no exception. People are saying it's a combination of a game like Omnimusha with Dark Souls, with a little bit of Ninja Gaiden thrown in there, with a combo system. Apologies, I still have nasal drip. I don't think it's ever going to go away at this point. I give up. At least it's not as bad as it was a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I was really bad with the allergies and everything. Now it's just kind of It's on and off. But anyway, we're going to try this out today. Being that this is a week of variety here at the end of April. We've got a little bit of it's not necessarily downtime, it's just that there's a lot of stuff going on. And originally today, I was going to play Guile in Street Fighter V. But Capcom announced yesterday that Guile would not be out today. Everyone had assumed he would either have been out yesterday or today. He is not. He's not being released until tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll believe that when monkeys fly out of my butt. Because you know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to say that he releases at 7 p.m. Pacific time. They're going to take the game down for maintenance. It's probably not going to be up in time. Then people are going to try to play it, and the matchmaking's not going to fucking work. So I've learned my lesson. I've certainly learned my lesson from all the times in the past year that I tried to play Street Fighter V when something new was happening and they never came through on their promises. Okay? I learned my lesson. I am not going to be playing Guile at launch. I'm going to be playing with Guile in Street Fighter V this coming Saturday. So if that's what you've been waiting for, that's what you're looking for, it is coming. But it's not coming at launch because I've got too much else to do and I don't trust Capcom. It's that simple. So, Saturday will be Guile, and I will be playing with him the entire stream. I'll be doing, go into training mode and learn his basic stuff, and then I'll go into his trials mode, I'll do his story mode, and then we'll go online for a few hours, okay? But I am not going to be, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And Capcom has fooled me about 14 times with Street Fighter V, and I refuse to be fooled again. So, I will be playing Guile on Saturday. Alright, so today, I had an option. I said I could either play Star Fox Zero, which I need to complete, but I don't really like the game. I'm frustrated as fuck that they made the game about gyroscopic garbage controls, rather than an actual game that means anything. I really do feel that game is a throwaway piece of shit that no one's going to end up buying. So, I said, what else could I do? And then I realized that there was this alpha demo out. People have been asking me to play this all week since it was released. I was like, well, alright, I'll try it. I don't know how it's going to go. But no skin off my back if I can't beat it, or if I get, if it's so hard I get frustrated and I can't even get past the first couple enemies. I don't know. That's the thing. It's just a demo. So that's cool. That's better than me saying, oh, I'm going to commit to buying the game. I buy the game, and then it's like, fuck. So, this is what we'll be doing today on live stream. Now, many have asked. No one's asked, actually. But I made that up. I am going to be doing face cam and death count, just like I do with my Dark Souls playthroughs. So since it's already set up, because I just finished Dark Souls 3, I figured, why not? We'll go ahead and I'll do it. So yes, there will be a face cam and death counter for today's gameplay stream. Alright. Later tonight, I'm doing something completely differently. Alright. It's going to be more of a setup stream than anything else. There's really not going to be much gameplay. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to purchase World of Warcraft for my PC. I'm going to install it. And I'm going to set it up so that it works with my live stream and my capturing. Okay? We're going to be messing around with settings and stuff so that I can basically get it to run without massive frame drops. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I just took a sip of seltzer water. I think you could tell. So, tonight I will actually be doing a second stream, although it's not going to be a long one, I don't think, unless we have tons of technical problems. And it's not going to be, heavily gameplay-based. I may play, for a little bit, just to get reaccumulated with the controls of World of Warcraft and all of that. But the bottom line is I'm going to be making, like, a dummy character, and just jumping on some random server, and obviously trying to get out of the initial area so that I can get to a place where the frame rate's decent. And I'm going to see what happens. Because as you know, when I play games on my PC, and I both live stream and direct capture them, we get massive frame drops sometimes. And people are telling me, oh, don't worry. World of Warcraft is not a game that is, graphically intensive or computer, because it's been out for over a decade. It doesn't take up a lot of resources. I don't believe that. I really don't. I get the feeling that, doing that, I do high quality 60 frames per second capture and all of that, that it's going to actually be very taxing on my CPU, and it's probably not going to be very smooth. So I need to find settings where it will be, whether it's lower the game in-game detail or lower the resolution of the game, whatever it's going to be, so that it doesn't completely destroy my PC when I go to do this for the marathon this coming Friday. If you're not aware, this Friday is the World of Warcraft marathon, where I'll be making a character from scratch, taking in input from the stream chat as I do it, so that, we can almost be an interactive kind of stream. I'll be taking recommendations on what to do with the character and areas to go to grind and do those initial levels and maybe some early questing and stuff like that. I'm absolutely sure that there'll probably be people who want to join me, in a party and go do stuff together. So it'll be an interesting experience on Friday. I haven't played World of Warcraft in over a decade. And it'll be very interesting to see what's happened with this game in the past 10 years that I've been away from it. And just see the early game stuff again, I guess we shall see what happens. But yeah, that's going to be Friday. Tonight will be the setup stream for that. So if you can join me for that, just to dick around for a little bit, because that's what it is. It's really just going to be a dick around stream. It's not going to be anything serious. Come on by later tonight around 7 to 7:30 p.m. is when I'll be starting up that stream. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now that I need more questions for tomorrow's episode of Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show. Ooh, excuse me. Nice sneeze out of nowhere there. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show. And it's tomorrow, and right now I've got about 50 questions from what I saw. I think I had just under 50 questions. I like to have between 50 and 100 questions, because typically that allows me to grab the best ones and do a really good show for you. So tomorrow, if I'm going to be doing Ask the King, I really need more input. So please, submit your questions on the kingofhate.com forums right now. Okay? Please install it. What am I talking? Please post up your question. I read the stream chat. Someone said to install World of Warcraft early because it takes hours. So I'll probably start installing it immediately following the end of this stream. Anyway, now I have to go blow. Oh my god, hold on a second. I gotta blow my nose because I sneezed. Ugh. Not a good start. Ugh. Not a good start to the stream. What is going on? I'm gonna turn on the fan in my office, get some air circulation in here. Whew. Alright, phew. Alright, that's a lot better. So, anyway, what I was saying, let me get back to the point, since I got so distracted by the sneeze. Please post up your questions for tomorrow's Ask the King on the kingofhate.com forums. You only have about, geez, I'd say probably 24 hours left, because it'll probably be about 24 hours from now that I'll start reading the questions and picking the best ones for tomorrow's Ask the King, okay? So please, do so. The more questions, the better the show is. And right now, like I said, I only have about 50. I'd like to have more than that. I do want to remind everyone I no longer use Facebook. I closed down my Facebook account last month because I had enough of people trying to hack it and Facebook closing down my account for people trying to enter false passwords and hacking it and stuff. And I said, it's a piece of shit anyway. I don't fucking use it. It doesn't give any kind of exposure to my business whatsoever. And the bottom line is, it really is a waste of time in my opinion, and I shut down my Facebook, it's done. So, I will only be accepting questions via the kingofhate.com forums, or tomorrow afternoon around this time, I'll probably post up on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, and I'll ask for people's questions there, so you can submit Twitter questions, okay? Those are the two main ways that you can submit questions for Ask the King tomorrow. Please do so. Alright. And then this weekend, like I said, Guile and Street Fighter V will actually be Saturday. And then Sunday, I guess I'll finish up Star Fox Zero. Oh boy, I'm really looking forward to it, folks. Can't you tell? Can't you tell I'm really looking forward to playing this game again? I've been avoiding it all week. I'll finally finish it this Sunday, I guess. Now, in addition to all of that, tomorrow night, I'll actually be reviewing Dark Souls 3. An in-depth review of the game, its mechanics, what I think is good and bad about it, if it's better or worse than the other games from Software. And that review will be released on KO Gaming. That is youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. Once again, last night, I got a tweet from someone. Alright? I got a tweet from someone. And he says, Phil, are you going to be reviewing Dark Souls 3? Because, you know, we really need you to review it, and you haven't reviewed any games in like 5 months. What gives? And I facepalmed. In real life, I facepalmed. I said, how did this guy still not hear that I moved all my edited stuff to a new channel? Like, it blows my fucking mind. This guy does not know that I am reviewing games still. I mean, I made a vlog about it on the King of Hate vlogs, saying I still review games. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So, I don't know. I shrug, but it is what it is. Some people are just, like I said, it's so fucking hard when change happens to hammer it in with a viewer base. It really is. It's like every day in every video I could wear a t-shirt that said KO Gaming, right? I could have banners running across every fucking video that I make. Say KO Gaming, go to KO Gaming, reviews and edited stuff on KO Gaming, and still people wouldn't get it. Still people would not get it. So, anyway, KO Gaming, I'll be reviewing Dark Souls 3 tomorrow night. And, since I'll be wrapping up Star Fox Zero over the weekend, I think Monday night I'll probably review Star Fox Zero. So in the next, you know, several days to week, you're going to see a couple new reviews coming up on KO Gaming. Hopefully you'll check them out, alright? What else is going on? Not so much. Not so much. I'm looking forward to a good May. We've got the Overwatch beta, the return to Persona 3. I'll start playing that game again, which is good, because I actually miss it now. I haven't played it for a couple weeks. I'm thinking of doing almost like a downtime playthrough during the month, because it looks like the second half of the month there's going to be like nothing going on. So I've got a lot of good suggestions. Some people have suggested that I play a game like Mafia 2, so that way I can get ready for Mafia 3 later in the year, and quite honestly, it's probably a good time to start something like that, because if I could beat it by the summer, right, then we've got a few months away until Mafia 3 comes out in October. Some people have said Gears of War Ultimate Edition, but I don't think anyone's really going to care about me playing that game, quite honestly. That would have been something I would have had to play last year. Unfortunately, the release timing was terrible, so I didn't play it. It was the same exact week as Until Dawn, and that game was a huge hit because of the kind of game it was. I knew it would be, and this is why that took priority. Some people have suggested going back to Dark Souls 1. Yeah, I actually got that suggestion from a few people and one person in stream chat this morning, too. And I said, well, that's great, but what, did they ever re-release Dark Souls 1 so that the game actually runs at a good frame rate? Because the bottom line was in Dark Souls 1, certain areas, especially Blighttown, were just terrible, really bad graphical performance. Some boss fights, remember Seethe the Scaleless? It's a Scaleless, right? Remember how terrible that fight was? How it goes to slow-mo? Now that I've played all the Dark Souls games, right? 1 through 3, plus Demon Souls, plus Bloodborne. If I were actually to go back and play Dark Souls 1, chances are I would probably do way better. I probably would do tons better, because I know all the game mechanics now, and I understand the game, and I understand the leveling, even though I'm not great at it. I could probably, do decently, at least way better than I did when I first played the game cold that very first time. And, I would consider it. I don't know. I would consider it. I don't know. I don't know what I would, I don't know what to do. May, because here's the bottom line. Here's May. In a nutshell, here's May. The Overwatch beta. I'm going to be playing Persona 3 during the month. I'm going to be doing the Uncharted 4, obviously. The campaign and multiplayer. Doom campaign and multiplayer. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm probably going to play Homefront, because it got delayed from, last month. It got delayed till May. And that's it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst got delayed till June, so that's out. And I think that there may be some expansion content for certain games. Maybe there'll be, I've heard that the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout 4 is supposed to come out, which will be good. We've all been waiting for story-based content for that, right? And maybe, another character for Street Fighter 5 may come out or something like that, but there's really not that much major besides the couple things I just mentioned. So with almost a second half of the month completely wide open, it may be a great idea to do a downtime game, and I'll be talking about it. We shall see. We shall see what happens. But I'll take your suggestions. If you guys have any further suggestions of what I should do in May, please let me know, okay? I'm always interested in hearing what you want to hear. Alright. Well, we're about to get started, everyone. Alright, we're about to get started. We'll see how this goes. Time for the gratuitous plug segment. I'll try to get through this quickly. In fact, you know what? How about this? Even though you know many ways that you can help me out, right now the only one that I really want to emphasize is Patreon. And the reason I want to emphasize Patreon right now is because it's April 27th, which means you have today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday if you want to pledge for the month of April. I'm going to warn everyone right now, right? Because I want to forewarn you. right now, if you go to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, it looks like we're good to go for the month. It says the goal's been hit. This indie marathon is going to happen, but it's not true. Because I can tell you right now, I know for a fact at the end of last month, we were short on the goal, and it didn't look like we were going to hit it. And a bunch of people came last minute and raised their pledges so that we could hit this goal level for the month of March. And because of that, on Friday, we're doing this World of Warcraft marathon, which is great. So again, I want to say, special thanks to everyone, right? Thank you for pledging in the month of March. It's awesome that you made this World of Warcraft marathon happen. I cannot wait for Friday. Seriously, I can't. I can't wait to see how this goes. I know it's going to be chaotic, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun as well. It could be one of the most hilarious things I've ever done. I don't know. So, that being said, I know in the next couple days, people who pledged for March are going to say, oh crap, it's the end of the month. I can't get double charged, another month for that high pledge I did, and they're going to lower their pledges. So, right now, even though it looks like we've hit the goal, I guarantee you it's going to drop below the goal. This is exactly what happened last month. So, if you liked my indie game playthroughs from last year, remember some of the playthroughs I did? Including Hotline Miami, To the Moon, The Binding of Isaac, Hatoful Boyfriend, yeah, I know, Papers, Please. That's just a few of them. I mean, I played a ton of indie games last year in these several marathon streams that I did. And the bottom line is, I have not done one in a long time. I have not done an indie marathon, I believe, actually, I think it was like September of last year. Because I actually stopped doing the marathons knowing that I was going to get very busy with the hardcore gaming season. So that being said, it's been a long time, and I know there's a bunch of indie games that have been released that people are like, wow, you're going to play this, and I didn't play them. And I get the feeling people will probably vote them all in if we do hit this marathon. That'll be, all the games I missed in the past 6 to 8 months are going to be the ones that people are going to want to see. And I want to do it, but I have to be strict, and I have to put my foot down, because the bottom line is that's how goals work on Patreon. It's supposed to be a motivational tool to get people to pledge. So, if you want to see me do an indie game marathon at the end of May, okay? Please pledge to my Patreon in the next 3+, it's about a little less than 4 days now, like 3.5 days. You have to be by midnight Pacific time on April 30th, okay? You can do so at patreon.com/darksidephil. Not only will you be making this Indies Marathon happen, but you'll get personal perks such as text or verbal thank yous in my videos. In fact, tomorrow on Ask the King, a large group of people are going to finally get their verbal thank yous for the past 2 months of pledges. So a lot of people are going to get that, and I think they're going to enjoy that. But also, premium forum access. You get access to the patrons-only area of the forums where you can vote and nominate on events, such as the Indie Marathon. People will be nominating and then voting on what games they want to see me play in May if we hit the goal. But also, you can get your questions answered for sure on Ask the King, which is going to happen tomorrow. A few people will get their questions answered because of the level of pledge that they did on Patreon. Or you can get a private Q&A video made. And I don't know how many of you are aware, but I did a few of these this month, actually. And both people, I said a few and I only did 2. Both people messaged me back and said, thank you very much, this was great. In fact, I just did one on Sunday. The video is only supposed to be 20 minutes long. I ended up going almost 40 minutes because I elaborated a lot on the questions. And the guy messaged me back saying that I went way above and beyond expectations and he's very pleased with the video. That's the kind of stuff you can get for perks. These are good perks. I think a lot of people take them for granted. They're really good. Alright, so check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil. Even if you can't give a huge amount of money, all you can do is $1 a month. It adds up and it's worth it. Right now I've got almost 200 people who are consistently pledging. The more the better. If you watch my daily streams, you watch my on-demand videos, this is your source of entertainment on a daily basis, please consider pledging so I can keep doing it. Alright. Alright everyone, that is it. It is time to end the pre-stream. It is time to start with Nioh, which I guess is how you pronounce it. That's what people are telling me in the stream chat. They said it's not Nioh or whatever, it's Nioh. I don't know why they couldn't spell it like that then. But, alright. Let's start. Thank you for being patient. And it is time to begin. Here we go.